In a peculiar way, it's horrible to say. It was easy. It just came so naturally because it's so beautifully structured. And of course, I knew who Emily Gilmore was, and the more fun I could have with her, the better. And yes, I don't like women like that, which is why I go full force into them. I want to really make them look awful.
Well, but even though she's so like savage and cutting, she's also one of the most beloved characters on the show because of all of her deep facets and vulnerabilities. And I really want to know about the subtext that you created for yourself in order to address the complexities of that character.
Well, I explored it for myself, and I didn't ask questions. I decided that there had to be a certain amount of vulnerability in her. This would just be true of any person because there was clearly a front there, and she wasn't a phony. I mean, she was part of that whole DAR world and embraced it completely, but it was still a front. You saw the way she dressed. You saw the way she behaved. You saw what her expectations of her daughter and her granddaughter were. So there had to be other things going on in that character. And finally, after a couple of years, Amy started to put a little bit more vulnerability in. That's not even quite that big a word. A little more sensitivity. So I was right. I mean, there were a couple of questions I'd had for her earlier on, and I thought I'm not going to ask them. But in later years, she answered those questions for me, and I had been right on the money. Because to me, that character spoke so clearly to me that I really didn't have to worry about how to play her. I just kind of knew her from the moment I read the page. I just knew it.
Who is Emily Gilmore to you? What motivates her and makes her tick?
Well, her whole thing is to be a really good wife and on the front a very good mother, for her friends. But can you imagine what she went through when Lorelai got pregnant at 16? In that life, in that family, in that world. And then apparently, and I didn't even learn this until many episodes later because it was in an episode, then apparently Lorelai took off. I mean, and we didn't know where to find her. So I think what makes her tick is she's striving for perfection, which I suppose all of us do in life in some way with hopefully the understanding that we're not going to reach there or any bitterness because we haven't reached there. I think that's what she's trying for is perfection. And, that's has a lot to do with why she wanted to renew that friendship with Lorelai in order to get to Rory. It's a lot of it's a front.